Hey guys, welcome back to Professional WordPress Web Development course. In our last video, we have covered all the widgets that were under the basic category over here for the Elementor free version, and probably there were around 10 widgets, right? So we had created a page which comprises of all these 10 widgets. So now in this video, what we'll do is Elementor has one more category of widgets that are called as general, and these widgets are also completely free of cost. In the sense that with free version of Elementor Pro, the free version of Elementor, we get all these widgets and we don't have to pay anything till here. And trust me, the plugin developers have been so generous that they have given some of the most useful widgets over here, like say image box, icon box, carousels, star ratings, gallery, icon list, counters, progress bars, testimonials, tabs, right? So in this video, what we'll do is we'll just go through with briefly regarding all these widgets and see what can be done by using these widgets and what are the styling options available for these widgets, right? So what I have done is I have created a page from my dashboard, and I have just renamed it as general elements. And as you can see, I just created this first component and did set some background image for that and added a heading element. Right, this is already we have seen how to do this in our last video. If you haven't watched that, I recommend you go and watch it because it is important that you know things sequentially, because we are going in a procedure, right? Okay, fine. So let's get started. The first element here is image box. The first element, or you can say widget, here is image box. So image box widget comprises of this section, or else you can say this part called parts like image, title, and description. There are the three elements that is combined in this image box, right? And this is important, this is useful. This widget is extremely useful when you're creating a website and you want to display some details, say 3 to 4 images in a row. Or here we have created 3 columns over here, and then in a one row we have 3 columns, and I have added 3 image box widgets. So let's say if this is a section where I want to show that what we do app development, we do web development, and we also create online courses. This is for my business, so your client's requirements can be different, or your web design requirements can be different. Based on that, you can utilize this widget. So what you need to do, how to use it, is just simply drag it and drop it somewhere here. Let me drag it inside this column, and as soon as you drag it, it'll look something like this. And here, if you select, you need to select the image, right? There is no image over here right now, so you just need to select the image first. You can randomly select some image and then click on insert media, and then you need to see what is the image size that you want to apply over here. Let's keep it full for now, and then you can change the heading, box heading, and this is the description. Let us just keep it as it is. You can add anything that you want, right? And now let's see the styling options. How do we make this look like this, right? So let's explore. Go to here under styles option. You have this styling options for, if you click on this image, you have styling options for image, and second is styling options for content. Content is nothing but this text, heading, and description. And first, let's see what are the options given for image styling. If you open this, you have spacing option. You can increase or decrease the space, and then width of the image, right? You can increase or decrease the image width, maximum and percentage, and then you can also decide the border radius of the image. This can be useful in some cases, but right now it doesn't look good in this way, so probably we are good with this, right? So you have the flexibility, you have the options to change the border radius as well of that particular image, right? Now we know that. And then our animation, Do you want, as soon as your visitor brings the mouse over here on the image, do you want to do something? Do you want the image to shrink, or do you want image to pulse? Right, based on these animations over here, there are so many tons of animations available over here, and you can choose between that, right? For this video, I don't think this looks professional. It is fancy, of course, but it doesn't look appropriate so for this particular design, right? So let me just click on this cancel, and none is applied. Now let's scroll down, and you can add CSS filters. You can just play around with these CSS filters over here. You can change the brightness of the image or increase the brightness, right? This depends upon your aesthetics and what is the requirement. Anyhow, whatever the image we'll be using, you already know what image you need, right? And generally in a company, graphic designers are the one who does the image graphics, right? And then once the finished image is ready, they hand it over to you to apply it on the website. So you don't have to worry about editing image inside Elementor. But still, in case of slight moderation is required, you have these options, right? You can update saturation, you can decrease or increase this, and just play around with these options. And I don't recommend using these CSS filters, but still you can just experiment, right? If you are a graphic designer, then definitely you will love this feature. And then you can increase or decrease the opacity, right? And then transition duration, the animation that we have applied, if what kind of transition you want, that is also that can also be decided over here. Or else CSS filters, as soon as you hover it, the CSS filters effect can be applied based on the transition timing. And now let's close this image section, and now let's go to content. And here in the content section, you have the alignment option to left align, center, right align, and justify the content, right? In most of the cases, people use justified content, but based on the design requirements, you have these options as well, right? Let me keep it justified over here. And vertical alignment, do you want it to be in the center, or in the bottom, or in the top? Now after that, we have this title styling options. You have this option to change the spacing between this description and heading, right? And of course, you have option to change colors. You might want to change color. And then typography, you can update the font family, right? And then weight. And then you have this option to change colors of the description. And then again, font family, you can update it here. And font weight as well. So you can play around with these options and see how well you can design it. And the important thing is it should look fancy at the same time it has to look decent and professional as well, right? So just go ahead and try it out. Let's move on to the next widget. Yeah, before that, let me also show you what are the advanced options here. So here, this is the widget, right? Complete widget comprising of image, heading, and description. Now we can assign margin to this complete widget. If I assign margin, say 25, you can see there is a gap over here. There is a margin assigned on all the sides. Now you can unlock this, and then you can update single margin as well, right? And then you can update. And then in case you want to do it this way, you can do it. These are all alignment settings, kind of alignment settings where we adjust margins and paddings, z-index, css id, and classes. Also, you can assign a slight motion effects as well, scrolling effects. In this, I'll explain you this in some later videos. Right now, this is an advanced topic for you to understand and grasp it. Right? You can just, you're just free to play around with this, but I'll try to explain it in detail how to create animations in Elementor in a completely different video. Right? Okay. Now under advanced, you can adjust paddings and you know paddings in the sense this way. You need to understand there is a slight difference between what is padding and what is margin. Before you work with this settings, you need to understand what is the difference exactly, what is happening in behind the door. All right, let's make it 0. Right, let's keep it like this. And now I think we have completed image box, and now let's move ahead